Good morning and welcome to Deadline Scotland's run-through of today's papers. I'm Rory Reynolds.
And I'm Shaun, Milne, in for Oliver Farmond, who's off to interview a polar bear today.
Let's have a look at today's papers. What's on the front page of the Times today?
The Times today, like many papers, is leading with the story that BNP will appear on Question Time this evening. Whatever you think about it, it's certainly grabbed attentions, which is a point that Griffin is making when he says, "Thank you, Auntie, for giving us such a boost." He claims the funding efforts of the party have received a real shot in the arm through this. And inside he actually turns around and mocks the other people who are taking part by saying they're stupid to let me appear, that they want to make me look like an idiot. So people have their own opinions of that, but certainly the debate's been really fiery this morning.
On page 6 of the Herald today, the BBC bent over backwards to accommodate the BNP leader. That's from SNP Minister Mike Russell in a stinging attack on the BBC.
Yeah, Mr Russell is also on the front page of the Scotsman today, where he's effectively saying that the BBC should not be doing this. They say that it covers the whole of the UK, including Scotland, and that given the BNP have no strength in Scotland at all, they should ban it from north of the border.
Mike Russell has said here, Scottish viewers will be inflicted with the BNP's hateful message.
Just on that point, today's Scottish Daily Mail splash with a story. It says Scotland faces a new wave of migrants. For some reason, it seems to think it's a devastating Scottish figure, undermining the SNP's claims that the nation needs more foreign workers. It's quite interesting that the Daily Mail in Scotland has chosen today to run a story like this, though it has to be said one or two others do. It claims that there'll be a rise of 10% in the official figures.
Front page of the Herald today, and a very sad story about the father of one of the girls killed in Dunblane has lost his second daughter in a tragic swimming accident in Spain.
Yeah, the Daily Record always looking at this story. Charlotte Clydesdale was told yesterday that his eldest daughter Michelle, who was only 24, had died in a holiday in Spain. She drowned. It comes after Victoria was gunned down at Dunblane by the madman that lost Thomas Hamilton some 13 years ago. The headline says, "I can't take it in, I just feel not again," and it's a story that should touch the hearts of anybody who reads it.
Rangers fans chief David Edgar has lashed out at the disgusting morons who racially abused Rangers star Maurice Edu. He was approached by several Rangers fans in the car park while he was getting in his car and abused racially.
Yeah, that's on page 7 of the Daily Record today, and it's covered in a few of the other newspapers. Whereas in sport, there seems to be a lot of reaction against Walter Smith's tactics, which see him get horsed in Europe the other day, which is curious considering that they're riding high in the SPL just now as well. So you can never please some people, but I think all would agree that there's no place for such racist attitudes in Scottish football.
Front page of the Scottish Daily Mirror today, and ex-Celtic manager John Barnes has declared himself bankrupt. This comes after he was crippled by unpaid taxes. He also lost his job at Transmere Rovers last week, where he was earning £4,000 a week. It's about 200,000 a year, and he said it's down to his lavish lifestyle. And in an interview recently, he told how he blew millions on designer clothes and flash cars.
Also on the front page of the Daily Mirror today, they've got what they say is an exclusive that new post strikes will be announced next week. It's been caught up by a few other papers, notably Scottish Daily Express, who reckon that postal strikes will run until Christmas. It says pain and disruption as union announces a series of stoppages. I think we'll hear plenty more on this one. Also in the Daily Express, they've got a story on page 3 by their consumer editor Louise Barnett. Apparently it's going to cost up to £90 for a Christmas tree this year because of a shortage, which means they have to be imported from abroad, and because the pound's suffering so in Europe, then it's going to hit us all in the pocket. Story on page 3 of the Daily Star today, which claims Jason Button has swapped his 250-mile-an-hour Bugatti Veyron car for a £12,000 smart car instead. Quite why he's done this I don't know, but clearly being a world champion has gone to his head and has decided to slow things down for the city.
On page 17 of the Scottish Sun today, pop sensation Paolo Nutini has told how he believes smoking dope is a basic human right. The chart topper said people should be allowed to enjoy pot like they do an alcohol or a cigarette. Front page of the Daily Telegraph today, and the Tories' policy on scrapping the Human Rights Act will bring shame on Britain. This according to the Director of Public Prosecutions for England and Wales, Keir Starmer, said that the principles in the Act were fundamental and that the suggestion that it will be abolished is based on the Tories' flawed analysis. And that's all today from Deadline Scotland's roundup of today's papers. Do join us tomorrow morning.